It's very important for Hydro to promote power line safety because the safety of our contractors and our employees and the general public is our number one priority. So we want to make sure that people who work around power lines, whether they be contractors or private individuals cutting wood, make sure they assess the hazards and look for power lines and they're aware of their environment so that they can plan and prevent an occurrence from happening. We're very focused on prevention of incidents. My first reaction is it's very scary. Contact with high voltage electricity could cause serious injury or death. So a very scary thought goes through your head first when you hear about a contact with a line. So your first reaction is, I hope everybody is okay. The majority of incidents we're seeing involve excavators and dump trucks and heavy equipment like that making contact with power lines in construction zones. Like last year in 2011, we had 43 contacts, and that was between us and Newfoundland Power. And so far in 2012, we've had 15 contacts between us and Newfoundland Power. The majority of it heavy equipment in construction areas. I think the incidents are caused just by the general busyness in the province nowadays. There's a lot of construction work happening in Hydro's service territory, in particular in Labrador and Lab West and on the Avalon Peninsula. Many new homes being built and subdivisions being built and a lot of construction activity, and there's just so much work and so many people involved in the construction industry that we're seeing the number of contacts go up. And the busyness, I think, leads to complacency at times. The main thing for anybody operating heavy equipment certainly is to have an approved power line hazards training program which teaches you about the dangers of electricity and safe clearances. And if there are any questions in your work zone and you see power lines, just contact us as an electrical utility and we'll send a representative to the site to come out and make sure that your work area is safe. If you're a private individual just doing wood cutting, just make sure you don't cut wood near power lines and be very aware when you're out around your garden that you're not near power lines if you're moving ladders or tree trimming. The safest thing to do if you make contact with the line is to stay put and make sure that all energy has gone out of the line. Our protection systems in our power system, will cause the line to de-energize, I guess, when a fault occurs. But the safest thing to do is stay put and make sure everything is safe. Make sure, wait for the utility to show up on site before you have to move. The main message is to be aware of your hazards and plan. Make sure that you're aware of the hazards of your environment and you really plan out your work so that something doesn't happen. Prevention is the key.